welcome to the show. Right now the show hasn't got a title, but we are going to actually introduce this panel in a minute. It is a panel for podcast, to be fair, looking at the faces. We've got one guy over here, Billy. Don't stop laughing. Billy, welcome. Billy's a Stoke City fan. That's all the Port Vale fans gone, I'm afraid. Yeah, loads of them. Dan, like to think he's a football agent, ex-professional footballer.
Not a football agent.
Not a football agent. And we've got Kandeep. Kandeep's level 2 football coach in Leicester. All of us are football coaches. Today we're going to be talking about tips for new coaches. Every single one of us has got been through a journey on a pathway for coaching, some more than others. Guys have got tips for new coaches starting out. That could be dads, mums just taking over football teams, or anybody looking for a career in coaching. The show hopefully will be about amateur football clubs sending in their footage from their sessions, whether that's a game or a training session. Well, our job is to pull it apart a little bit and give you guys a little bit of information on how it works. So first up, we'll come to Kandeep. He's a favourite here. He's got 4 tips apparently, so he's going to share them with all of us. So Kandeep, what's your first tip on?
So my first tip is always to have a plan, because I've realised in the past before that if you don't plan properly, then you're going to struggle in your session, and it's not going to affect you. It's not going to affect your players, parents, and your parents or your stakeholders. They pay good money to see to have a good session and stuff. Also, there's this quote. I don't know if you got that.
Billy can't stop laughing.
Switch the camera to Billy, you see it dying. So I don't know if you've heard this quote before, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Absolutely.
So always plan. That's my first advice. My second one is organisation.
Whoa, let's go. Don't hold the line like that. Can't hog everything, can you?
I'll go.
It's a great question actually. It's a great point actually, and it's one I'd like to pick up on. Hugely have to plan. You hugely have to plan everything. He loves the word. Apparently I say pick up all the time. Right, let's see if Billy can compose himself and give us a tip for coaches. What's your tip, Billy?
The first one I go to be is being adaptable. Depending on who you're coaching, you're not always going to be coaching the same things, the same techniques, or the same people. So being able to adapt yourself is key. If you're stuck in your ways and stuck to doing one thing, or stuck to doing one method, I think you set yourself up to fail, to be fair. Different people have different needs and different techniques, take different ways of coaching, so being adaptable is a massive one.
Absolutely, great point. Are you, Dan?
Mine is, so basically go out and do your badges, go and learn, but find your own coaching style. Whoever's leading your coaching badges, don't just copy them, because it may not suit you. You need to go and find your own style which suits you, suits the players you've got.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, great point. Right, so that kind of covers a few tips. I was going to have one for myself, but Kandeep nicked it, so we should have consulted before. Kandeep apparently has about 3 more, so let's make this the Kandeep show.
So my second one is organisation. So what I like to do is when I get to training and stuff, get my equipment out, put the cones in colours, get all the balls out, get all the bibs in place, and even your setup, have it organised so that you can go from like one exercise to another, so in like a sequence. What helps with that is do a pitch plan, so mark out where on the pitch you're going to put that drill, where you're going to put that drill, where you're going to put your cones and stuff. Third one might sound a bit obvious, but carry a whistle. It just helps you, like if you blow your whistle, you save your boys, and also everyone can hear it and stuff. And it normally, if you blow a whistle and stuff, it grabs people's attention. And the last one is connect with your players. So like for example, when I work in schools and stuff, when I do a session first time, during the warm-up I'll go around and talk to every single student, get to know them, show that I care and stuff, that I'm not there just supervise and stuff. I'm there to improve them and stuff.
Yeah, cool. I think the whistle thing's a good point. I didn't use a whistle for about the first 2 years of coaching,
particularly if you're outside.
I think one thing I realised was 3 weeks in coaching 5-year-olds, I didn't use a whistle, and just call them all in. It took like 5 minutes. So whistle, they all hear it. If you just say before the start of the session, if I blow the whistle, I want you to freeze. They'll all freeze, and then you just call them in. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a good way.
What was the last bit about going into schools? Because doesn't that work with you with adaptability as well? Because you're thinking about age groups as well.
Yeah.
Think about different age groups you're working with, and the fact that you've got. I don't know, you guys know better than me. If you're doing a session after a school, you know, kids have been at school all day. They can be a bit hyper, or they can be a bit bored because they've been at school all day. So capturing their attention and being adaptable to the fact that you're in that environment, it makes a big difference.
They're there for a reason, aren't they? They've come off their own back, so making that aware. So
do you think they have come off their own back sometimes? Do you think sometimes there's a situation where parents get force their kids into playing football or playing sport?
I think to an extent, but you'd soon see the drop out, especially within the older ages, as you discussed, like with school as they move through the ages. But I wouldn't say too much now. But maybe you get the odd couple. But
it was one massive thing for me with my little boy. I didn't push him into playing football at all until he was 7 years old. And as soon as he turned 7, he actually turned around and said, "I want to join a football team." So happy, but I was for the ages of 4 to 7. I really wanted to say to him, "Do you want to play football? Do you want to play for a football team?" But I didn't want to push him because I wanted him to do it because he wanted to do it, basically. You know, so, what about you, Dan? Anything on that?
Sorry.
So don't worry about it.
Cut this bit out.
Listen, we can be natural.
No.
No. Kandeep show, isn't it? No problem. Off we go.
Yeah, so regarding the school thing, one thing I realised is, like, for example, like you were saying, they've been there all day at school.
Yeah.
I think they're there mainly for fun. So if you can show that you want to be there and you're going to provide them fun, they'll like you and stuff. The last thing you want is students not liking you. I can't remember when it was only probably 10 years ago when I was at primary school and stuff. One thing I realised was that I didn't like teachers that, you know, that they didn't show interest in sport. They weren't really bothered, you know what I mean? So I try and be that guy that, you know, that wants to be there, is willing to put on a fun session, and, you know, will give like tips and stuff.
I think that's what it comes down to, isn't it? It's more the environment they want to be in rather than the football. They might be there for football.
You know,
on the poster, but it's the environment, it's the activities, being with the mates and having fun that they want.
So massive points on that then is about your tips on picking up and making it fun, especially for the kids of young ages.
Because the thing is, like, when you're working in like a football club compared to a school, there's two different environments. Like football club, they're there to like develop and stuff. After school club, they're there for fun. Obviously, you're there for fun for both. Kind of correlates in, but like the main objective of after school club is, you know, have a fun time. Football club, you want to go and improve and stuff, and, you know, make out to be a footballer.
So I think a big thing on that as well, picking up on Billy's adaptability, Kandeep's situation with the schools and what have you. We were aiming this at like new coaches or parents, etc. But we can also aim this at teachers who aren't used to putting on a football session. And little things like what you guys have said, if they put the cones down nice and colour coded, they adapt to an environment they're not used to, out of the classroom onto a football pitch. You know, it's a good thing for teachers as well to pick up on how to basically put a little session on.
There's nothing stopping when I talk about adaptability. There's nothing stopping, say, a female teacher that specialises in netball. There's nothing stopping them transferring the skills and transferring some of the games and activities they do to football. They'd work, obviously, rather than using the netball, they'd be using the feet, for example.
I think transferable skills are huge.
To be fair, you could use the netball and you could involve lads. I know it's traditionally a women's sport, but you could utilise it to teach them spatial awareness, how to create space, hand-eye coordination, ideal for keepers.
I think it's a big thing.
Change it.
You did a netball session at uni last year, didn't you? And being a football coach, I remember watching you thinking, because I'd never done any different sports. I never coached any different sports, and I remember watching you and thinking to myself, the transferable skills you have from coaching football to netball or netball to football. You know, like you say, spatial awareness, movement.
There's everything in most sports, though, isn't there? So, for example, for keepers, from a keeper as a coach, I like to do badminton because it's all angles. That.
Oh, really?
It's lots of angles. It's quick feet, getting around the court, and you're always square on as well.
Are you a better badminton player than our squash player?
You just don't say
that. I'd say that. Yeah.
Cool. Right, so just moving on the video. Okay, we're going to come to an end. So usually this sort of video, we're going to be looking at picking out footage from people that send to us, from amateur teams all around the world. Anywhere you want. If you want to send some footage into us, I'll put a link in the description below. Other than that, you know, this is our first show, so as you can see, none of us are used to being in front of a camera or making a show. Hopefully that'll get better. Anything you guys want to add before we wrap up?
No, I think we've covered it all.
We've covered everything. That's it. Everything
complete
we've
it.
I
covered
think
it.
Pep
No?
Guardiola will be taking a look at this one.
What about you, Kandeep? It is the Kandeep show.
Oh my god, he'd be rapping.
I mean, if you're looking at the topic of the videos, you know, I invite to sign up for new coaching and stuff.
His phone's running out of battery.
I think the main thing is, you know, just be yourself, innit? That's what everyone says.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just
Which
be
is what I
yourself.
wanted you to be on this in this show as
which
well.
I
I think you have been. You've been a wonderful, wonderful guest, Kandeep. Thank you. Are you down anything?
The high press is dead.
Is it low block?
Bring back the low block, hitting teams on break.
Okay, we'll tell Liverpool to sit it. Cool. Well, thanks again for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video, all this YouTube stuff that I talk about. Hit the subscribe button and the bell.
Is our social media going to be in the description?
Your social medias will be on there. Yeah, probably will have already been on by the time we get to this little bit. Okay, once I do the editing. Send this video around. Spread the news. You know, and we'll look forward to the next show. You are in your own camera, by the way.
29th of March, Dan Hatfield fakes it. John Prettle, Senna Mansell, Ultra White Collar Boxing. Donate
Absolute
it.
farce.
Donate at bottom.
I will put subtitles on for that because I didn't understand the word he just said. Cool.
4, 2, 3, 1.
It's not formation.
Yeah, I'm recording here. I'm on the phone.
I'm just trying to get the audio in sync.
My head's not in the room.
Do it, coffee.
You've got iPhone, can you?
Yeah.
You've got voice recorder?
Is that now?
Yes.
Is it already installed?
What is supposed to be? Don't bang the table.
Mark.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
Always.
Welcome to the show. It's a football show regarding. Is it outtakes already? I forgot what it's about. Right, let's go again. Don't lose it.
Wow.
If you lose it, we're gone. Camera's in it.
Dave's not ready.
Mate, Dave, you know what I'm like. I'll go with you.
Ready, I am.
Oh, yes. Done. I did that so that it picks up on everyone.
Yeah, so I see what you did there. Brilliant.
Right, 4, 2, 3, 1.
And we've got Kandeep. Kandeep's a level 2 football coach in Leicester. All of us are football coaches. Cue the intro.
It's a nice.
Well, I'm looking when I'm talking.
You can have a look at us. You can talk to us. You can talk to Kandeep.
Just a quick question for is this going to be on a podcast on iTunes?
No, it's going to be on YouTube. Okay.
That's why the
So you're
video's
going to
there,
see a
Kandeep.
beautiful face.
No, I'm just asking because you said podcast on it. That's all right.
Yeah, it's because you've got a face for podcast. Okay.
Your parents or your stakeholders, they pay, you know, good money to, you know, see to have a good session and stuff. Also, there's this quote. I don't know if you got that.
Billy can't stop laughing.
Switch the camera to Billy. You see it dying. But so I don't know if you've heard this quote before, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Absolutely.
So.
It's a great question, actually. It's a great point, actually, and it's one I'd like to pick up on. Hugely have to plan. You hugely have to plan everything. He loves the word. Apparently, I say pick up all the time. Cool.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers, Kandeep.